Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Anita Skipper. I'm the Public Information Officer for Doña Ana County, and I'm honored to serve as your MC today for this ribbon cutting as we celebrate the launch of the new fast-charging electric vehicle stations right here in Doña Ana County. While we are holding the event here today, it is important to announce that we have chargers in other parts of the county as well. So we have one in Anthony at 865 Anthony, that's at the Sheriff's Office, 133 North Franklin in Hatch, in the village of Hatch at the Administrative Office, and then of course here. This event marks a significant milestone in our community's journey towards sustainability and innovation. As we stand here today, we're not just unveiling new infrastructure, but we're also showcasing our county's commitment to a cleaner, greener future. We even have some of our electric vehicles here. So the doors are open and you may take a look at your leisure. Some people have already popped the frunks, as I was told, for you to take a look there, but we're really excited about introducing electric vehicles into our fleet. Before we get started with today's agenda, the wind is very helpful, so be careful when you do come up and speak if you have paper. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some of the key people and organizations who've been instrumental in making today possible. First of all, I'd like to thank our county leadership for their support in this initiative for our county. We have District 1 Commissioner and Chair of the Board of Commissioners, Christopher Shalja Hernandez, with us. District 2 Commissioner and Vice Chair Diana Murillo. District 3 Commissioner Shannon Reynolds. District 4 Commissioner Susana Chaparro. District 5 Commissioner Manuel Sanchez, as well as our interim county manager, Stephen Lopez, who's here with us today. Our assistant county manager in her absence, Deborah Weir, and our assistant county manager, Jonathan Macias, who you'll hear from a little bit later. We're also honored to have people from our partnership, our partner organizations. We have NMDOT Cabinet Secretary Ricky Cerna. If he's not here, it's okay, but we thank you. We want to go on record to say thank you for being an excellent partner. And we also invited, I'm not sure if he's here, Martin Chavez, is he here? Okay. Another person who was important to this initiative, and this will be on video, so we want him to know that we appreciate his support, as well as El Paso Vice President of Energy Solutions and Business Department, Jessica Christensen. Thank you so much for your support on this project. Did I leave anyone out? You're all VIPs, so I want to make sure I don't leave anyone out. So how about we just give ourselves a round of applause? Mr. Valdez, is it you? Did I leave you out? What's your name? Everybody's pointing at you, so you're the VIP of VIPs. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Valdez, to support us as well. In a few moments, we'll hear from some of our guests who will share more about the impact of this project in our community and the broader vision for sustainability in our region. So before we begin, I want to also thank those who may watch this video later. Whether you did something large or small, there was no task that was too big or too small, and we thank you for helping bring all of this to fruition. We appreciate you. So without further ado, let's start our program, our short program at 1 o'clock in the heat in New Mexico. All right, so first up we'll have remarks from county leadership. And Mr. Chair, would you like to say a few words? I'll have Chair of the Commission, Christopher Shalja Hernandez, as well as our Assistant County Manager. Followed by him will be our Assistant County Manager, Jonathan Macias.
Good morning, and it is a pleasure being here with you all today. I did not think that I was going to be doing this. I thought this would be Commissioner Sanchez today, but I'm excited to be here. And I'm excited for our level 3 fast chargers behind us as well. Today marks a significant milestone and a crucial step in our county's commitment to sustainable transportation and technology advancement that has been in work since 2020. When then Chair and also Commissioner Manny Sanchez started his advocacy for electric vehicles, charging, and the infrastructure needed. But I know our time will come when we have more options and the market is going to be bigger to haul my Oh, sorry, there was a joke in there that someone wrote. It was kind of funny, but not that funny. No, but Commissioner Sanchez really was the spearhead about all this and why we're here today. As many of you know, EVs are quickly becoming a popular choice for drivers. These vehicles offer numerous benefits, including reduced emissions, lower operating costs, and quieter operation. However, as Commissioner Sanchez would tell you, widespread adoption of EVs is dependent on having a robust charging infrastructure in place. And he did give me some words to speak today on his behalf, so I'm going to go ahead and read those. Our decision to invest in these charging stations and partnerships is aligned with our ongoing efforts to reduce our county's carbon footprint and promote sustainable practices. In recent years, we've made significant strides in integrating electric vehicles into our fleet, resulting in protected savings on operation and maintenance costs that we hope to recapture into the budget for other uses. I'm excited to announce that we're the first local government in our region to install DC fast chargers. This cutting-edge technology allows for rapid charging times, making it easier for EV drivers to travel long distances. The opening of these charging stations represent a major step toward a cleaner and more sustainable future. We believe that this is the future, and we're very excited for you all to join us in that today. And I'd like to welcome our Assistant County Manager, Jonathan Macias, up.
Okay, so I'm Jonathan Macias. I'm the Assistant County Manager over Operations, and I will share the inside joke. The inside joke is that I am a big advocate when it comes to electric vehicles in our community. I'm also a big advocate not only for those of us that are in a privileged place, but also for advocacy for those that are not privileged and that may be looking at first and second generation vehicles as part of their mobility, because they're great for people that are barely learning to drive, and even those that are maybe retiring and are in their golden years and are looking for the reduced maintenance and operation. So it is not a day that goes by that you won't hear me haranguing perhaps even our chair and asking when he's going to go fully electric. He did recently rent a Tesla in his home state of Missouri, but because he didn't quite follow all the instructions, he found the charging times a little bit taxing because he didn't get the 80% rule. But he did love the white interior and he did love the driving dynamics, even if he still drives a Jeep, 10, 12 cylinder vehicle? But we will move beyond that. I also want to acknowledge that we did have Rep and Finance Chair Nathan Small just join us as well, who is a big proponent for electrification in our region. He is so committed to alternative energy that although he has a Prius that he's held on to for a long time, he's also very green by riding his horse most days, if I'm not mistaken. But in any event, I did just also want to share with you why my advocacy is so strong. It is because when I was growing up in Sunland Park, New Mexico, I didn't think I would ever have the kind of accessibility I do to to charging stations or even the vehicles that I drive, or being able to have my hand in being able to create a network to be able to give back to my own community. This isn't about what I'm able to drive, it's about what we're able to do in partnership with each other, like good partners like New Mexico Department of Transportation and El Paso Electric, where they're willing to look at their in real-time access to transformers to be able to allow us to do great things for the community and to really give back as we see the platforms for driving evolving before our eyes. So I just want to let you know that at any given point, you have a lot of advocates here in the community that are looking out for not just the people that are looking to be able to get the next generation, but also they're looking to reduce their cost of operation. And that we stand here not only at the county, but in community partnership to make that happen. And so these are going to be open to the public, but they will also allow us to be utilized in our own fleet as well as the fleets of our neighbors here in the community. And this is the start of of what we hope will be many other projects that we work together on. And we will continue to look at things like level 2 charging stations for our fleet as we integrate overnight charging. And we try to take advantage of the great overnight rates that El Paso Electric has as we think about our mobility. So I'll just close with thank you. Thank you for being our partners. Thank you for coming with us on this journey. And thank you for believing in what we're doing here.
Thank you, Jonathan. Also, Representative Small, would you like to say a few words? I want to extend that to you if you like. You're welcome, sir.
How's everybody doing? Awesome. This is so exciting to see Doña Ana County leading in bringing more choices and more options for southern New Mexico and Doña Ana County residents. I am so pleased that we've been able to partner from the state and in my role as chair of the Appropriations Committee to dedicate resources that expand options and choices for New Mexicans on how they get all around our big, beautiful, and pretty vast state. And that, of course, goes for our county as well. So with the options that we see here today, the partnership with El Paso Electric, and some really exciting news. We're actually one of just a handful of states generating the majority of our electricity from renewable resources. And even as we hope for our monsoons today, it's sunny, right? We have so much potential to lower costs, to control costs, to create more opportunity. And I think this is a great partnership locally with the state and with our federal partners in the Biden-Harris administration that have done so much to vastly expand this transportation option in just a couple of short years. So this is exciting. Do we want to do more of this? More options, more choices, lower costs. That's what we're focused on, and that's what today really helps show. Thank you very much.
All right, next up, we will hear from our partners at El Paso Electric. Actually, is there anyone, would you like to speak from NMDOT? Is there anyone here who'd like to speak with them? I'm sorry. Okay, come on up. We'll hear from our partners at New Mexico Department of Transportation. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Smalls. This couldn't have happened without the support of the governor and our legislatures, especially our House Finance Committee Chair, Mr. Nathan Smalls. It's really an exciting time in New Mexico as we're looking at not only state funding, but federal funding to help create these economic anchors throughout our communities. We talked about that this isn't the only set of chargers that we've made investments in. Doña Ana has been a tremendous partner, not only with the work that, of course, Mr. Jonathan Macias, but our treasurer, Amanda Lopez, working towards making sure that we're able to collect revenue, that it's redistributed, and that the funding will be able to support these charging stations. Really excited about other projects that are in the works. We were awarded $63.8 million for 2 heavy, medium-sized vehicle charging infrastructure along I-10, one in your backyard in Vado, which we are looking at not only for the charging of vehicles, but creating economic anchors to contribute to the fabric of the community in a way that is unparalleled. Secretary Cerna could not join us today, but he sends his regard. He's really excited to see the next version of funding that was provided to the state, $15 million hitting the ground this next month to continue down this electrification goals that we've set for New Mexico to make sure that our grandchildren and our grandchildren, great-grandchildren, have the same blue skies and clean rivers that we've all had the luxury of enjoying throughout our lives. So thank you, Doña Ana. Thank you for partnering with the state of New Mexico, with the federal government, in creating a national network of electric charging infrastructure to provide options and mobility for years to come. Thank you.
All right. Last but definitely not least, we'll have Angie Rodriguez from El Paso Electric.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angie Rodriguez. I'm a supervisor of Transportation Electrification Department at El Paso Electric, and it's my honor to be here with you today. As you heard from many other speakers, this project came about as a result of collaboration between New Mexico Department of Transportation, Doña Ana County, and El Paso Electric Company. We're very grateful to all of our partners on working with us to energize these stations. And now we have stations here in Hatch and Anthony that customers can use, and they're fast charging stations, right? So I wanted to give special thanks to, again, Doña Ana County, Jonathan Macias, for leading this effort. Jonathan, one more round of applause for you. To Doña Ana County, Richard Chavez, Jerry Valdez for working with us on this. And of course, El Paso Electric teams. Eloy Miranda, who is our distribution engineer present here, he designed infrastructure upgrades and transformer and everything that was needed to energize these stations. And Edwin Martinez with our electrification team that worked relentlessly to get our transportation electrification plan approved with New Mexico Regulatory Commission. So we were able to offer significant incentives for installations of these charging stations as well as the ones in Hatch and Anthony. So a little bit about El Paso Electric. Transportation electrification is a central initiative for us. And in the past couple of years, it really gained momentum as more and more of our customers are asking us for charging stations, rate options, and incentives as they're looking to buy their electric vehicles. So this year, we actually received approval of $11.8 million transportation electrification plan, which allows us to offer rebates to customers to charge their vehicles at home, because we know a lot of people will be charging at home. About 80% of drivers will be charging at home, but we're also supporting installations like this one where people are on the road and they need a quick charge. We'll also offer incentives on electric bicycles now, which is a very popular incentive in our community. We offer incentives for home chargers, installation of 240-volt outlets, and incentives for any entity that installs commercial charging stations like these ones. And in closing, I just wanted to thank everybody for your collaboration on this project. Your hard work and dedication made this project a reality. At El Paso Electric, we also work to continuously make our grid greener. Which is why we got out of coal. Our generation is becoming more and more lower carbon generation. So when electric vehicles are charged on our grid, they're going to be powered with lower carbon resources. Together, we're making it easier for electric vehicles to find a place to charge, and knowing that they have a convenient and fast charging options. So we look forward to our continued efforts to promote sustainable transportation, reduce local greenhouse gas emissions, and continue this partnership. Thank you so much.
All right, we mentioned we'd get you out of here quickly, and we meant it. So next we are going to have our ribbon cutting, our ceremonial. So if we could have representatives from our partner organizations come up and be a part of the ribbon cutting, be great. New Mexico Department of Transportation, El Paso Electric, Representative Small, Doña Ana County. We had someone spend a lot of time trying to create a really nice ribbon here. Now, so thank you. And thank you for our IT department, our facilities department. Thank you for our media partners for being here today. Some of them will likely want interviews with you afterwards, so we'd appreciate it if you would oblige them as well. Who's doing the whole thing? Fix your time.
Yeah, get in there, guys.
Ladies first.
No, it's your station. All right.
Cut down or up or whatever.
Just let me know when you guys are ready.
Do we have more of these?
Yes, we do.
Sorry.
Don't threaten me with those.
Thank you.
Wait. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Nathan, thank you so much for coming. I know you talked with Stephen about
And please, our media partners, they may have some questions for you. If you're able to answer some questions, I know Johnny would love it from KRWG. Thank you.
I think